Hi and welcome back to our mountain homestead. Today I'm setting up this small bed which is going to remain by the house. This is going to be bed dedicated specifically to the herbs that I use most in cooking. Therefore I wanted this to be a little bit closer than that garden over there from the house. So I did I placed a whole bag of topsoil, half a bag of compost. I also sprinkled it with some bokashi tea in the middle to create better bacteria growing. And I pre-soaked my dill seeds in the 50-50 mix of hydrogen peroxide and water. So my dill is not sprouting up on the hill in the garden because I did not do any pre-soaking. And I think it is also a little bit too hot for the dill to be planted right now, but I'm experimenting here. I pre-soaked some seeds in the water with peroxide for about 20 minutes, and now I'm going to water this bed thoroughly, and then I'm going to place the seeds on top. Also, I will be planting here my cilantro, my chives and green onions, and some basil. These basil seeds come from my plant that I was growing last year, so I did not have to buy basil seeds. So I'm going to pre-soak this real quick, because if you plant the seeds and you water them, they probably will go too deep inside of the dirt and might not sprout. So I'm going to be planting dill seeds one by one because they do not want to be planted too deep. So I'll be just gently sprinkling them in, and then I will gently sprinkle topsoil on top, but very little so that they are not anywhere deeper than 1/4 of an inch or even 1/8 of an inch. And for the cilantro here, I'm making a groove. I like, if I'm planting different types of plants in the same bed, I usually like to do them, for example, dill going to be horizontally, and this cilantro is going to be vertically. Next plant will be horizontally, next plant will be vertically. So now I'll be planting cilantro. I'm going to spread it out a bit. This is too much. I will use cilantro for salsas, and I love cilantros in my salads. I feel really sorry for people who cannot eat cilantro because they say it tastes like a soap to them. People that have mutation. So here's my cilantro, and in go the chives. I'm trying to plant them a little more dense because they're very thin. They don't need to be spaced too far. And I'm gonna do only 2 rows. I think I have enough seeds for just 2 rows here. Okay, and the next 2 groups will be my green onions. Last but not least, in goes my basil. It's gonna be only 1 row. I don't have a lot of seeds left. I will have to thin it if it comes out very bushy. But I also have some of my unsifted thyme seeds, oregano seeds from my last year's plant, which I'm going to plant in these 2 grooves. So on here we have, I have these dividers in the bed naturally because they actually hold the bed together, prevent it from opening up under the weight of the dirt. So this is kind of, for me, works as a separator, which is very convenient. So here I have my dill, here I have my cilantro, chives, green onions, basil, and oregano. So this is all unsifted. I really have no idea how many seeds I have in there, so it kind of reminds me of that package from Dollar General. So we'll see how that works. If something sprouts and it's too much, we'll be thinning them and using them for salads. Now I'm just going to gently cover it with topsoil. I'm not going to water anything because suddenly it got very dark. I think we are about to be rained on. So the soil is already thoroughly watered. And I'm just going to cover the rest of the seeds and let them be, and I will update you later on the progress. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.